Our next guest is an international speaker and entrepreneur coach. She went from living on the streets, literally eating out of trash cans, to making millions of dollars. And now she wants to share her secrets of success with you. Her name is Dr. Venus Reese, a.k.a. the Black Women Millionaires Mentor. Early this year, she wrote the best-selling book, The Black Woman Millionaire, a revolutionary act that defies impossible. It's a street-smart, inspirational book for Black women who aim to be entrepreneurs. And now she is launching a 10-city tour in support of it. The 4-hour networking and business development event makes a stop in Baltimore this weekend. But before she takes the stage for the big event, Dr. Venus joins us live to share her secrets to success. And good morning to you. Welcome to Good Day.
Yay!
I love your enthusiasm is so infectious, and I can see why you're a success, because I don't know how anyone goes from literally living on the streets to becoming a millionaire. In a nutshell, what was that journey like for you?
Well, in a nutshell, by the time I was 16, I was living on the streets because my mother had put me out of her house. It was a negative situation, and I didn't go back. It was my 9th grade math teacher, a Black woman, who literally saved my life. She showed me through her actions that I mattered, that I wasn't a piece of trash. And because of her, what I call tangible love, I eventually graduated from Stanford University with a second master's and a Ph.D. I took all the survival that kept me alive on the streets, turned it into a system, really, that fast-tracked us to the $1 million mark in under 3 years. And our company, Defy Impossible, has grossed $4 million in the last 5, and we're set, you know, to double.
So what does your company do?
Well, fundamentally, what we do is we teach Black women who have walked through life's fire and bear the scars how to break their first million by healing their heart.
Which is so important, because I think a lot of people think, okay, if I just persevere long enough, if I just stick to it, it's going to happen. But really, there's so many other components to success.
Well, the biggest component is your sense of self. See, historically, as Black women, we have been positioned as a workhorse, the cash cow, the beast of burden, and the scapegoat. So we've been put at the bottom of every social economic ladder in every kind of category, which means we now put ourselves at the bottom of our lives. But what we don't realize is that when you actually start to heal those historical and cultural wounds, you make room for wealth.
It sounds like you're serving as a therapist almost, because it really is, you know, because you're healing your mind. And what you're talking about is something that, for some people, it runs so deep. This is years and years of burying their true selves. I mean, wow, that's deep.
Well, thank you. I think it's holy. I think it's more of a spiritual wound. I think it's more of a cultural consciousness that you and I would traffic in, just like a Jewish woman would traffic in the whole history of the Holocaust. We don't talk about the impact of those cultural traumas on our money. That is the key. I think that if you're anyone who's ever walked through any kind of fire, it didn't start with you. You see what I'm saying? There are some things that are passed down generationally that we never discuss. We always talk about social movements, but we don't talk about social money. We don't talk about how these historical moments impact our sense of self and our ability to receive.
You're the first person I've ever heard say this, and I know for our audience, you're probably the first. This is probably the first time they're hearing it, which is what makes your book so impactful. I know that you were even self-published. You know, people wouldn't touch this, and you said, "I'm going to do this." You self-published and sold out in 4 hours.
3 hours and 11 minutes, to be precise. I'm not a bragger, and I'm just saying.
No, toot your horn all the way. You deserve it.
Well, it was turned down by 30 top publishing agents. I mean, top publishing houses, and I had an awesome agent, and they said Black women would not buy this book. There wasn't a market. There was a market for it to be a career guide, but not to be a millionaire. So this is, you know, there's some things going on with that. I'm gonna leave that alone today. But the good news is I took it back to my tribe, and I told them what happened, and I went on Facebook. I had like 60,000 followers. I still have more, but they said, if you self-publish this, we got you.
And they did.
And they kept their promise.
So when people come to the event in Baltimore, what can they expect? What will they get?
Well, they're going to get loved on. See, I think what you need more than anything is a hug. You know what I'm saying? They're going to get loved on. They're going to learn how to network like a money mogul. Okay, and they're going to get the strategies that got us to our first million in under 3 years. If you've been in business for more than 3 years and you're not a millionaire, you're the problem.
Ooh.
And I mean that with the most love in my heart.
I was just going to ask you one quick thing you could say about that. I mean, that is so profound. If you've been in business for 3 years and you're not a millionaire, you are the problem.
Yes. Wow. Your behaviors are undermining your success. It's not about marketing and sales, and I understand how it could look that way, but fundamentally, it's about relationships with people. And if your relationship with yourself is tarnished, You don't have a shot to make it with anybody else.
Oh, you were like taking us to church this morning. Seriously, I'm good. I know there's someone out there, a lot of people out there who are listening to this saying, my goodness, I really need this. How could people get a copy of this book, or where can they come out to the event in Baltimore? And are you doing more events?
Well, we're touring the nation. Baltimore is our 5th stop. This is my home, and we're going to be together on Saturday. But there are 5 more stops. If you go to the blackwomanmillionaire.com/tour, you can get a ticket. But if you want to get the book, just go to the blackwomanmillionaire.com.
And the information is there on your screen. Dr. Venus Reese, my goodness, I wasn't expecting this today, but you have really just taken us there with tips that I think everyone, and regardless of your color or gender
or sexuality or class, everyone's welcomed. Look, I put black women first, but first does not mean alone.
Hey.
We need each other.
And on that, we will end it there. It's a pleasure meeting you.
It's an honor.
Continued success.
Thank you so much.
I'm going to see you in less than 3 years. There. We're working on something. All right. All right. Back to you guys.